Oh.
Hello, this is Dan D.
Hello, I'm Dan G.
And I'm Marcus.
And we're looking at Burnout 2. Who had the pleasure of reviewing this for us?
I did this.
Unbelievably, yeah, Joel.
Yeah.
You don't like driving
Strange.
games, Joel?
I'm the reviews editor and I get to play all the fun games. It's brilliant. I don't like Gran Turismo, Dan. Let me put it that way. Because Gran Turismo, you can't damage the cars and you drive round a track with a lot of other cars, which I find incredibly tedious. And Burnout 2, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But why? What's so good about it?
Because it's just driving that's exciting, and there's the very simple idea, which everybody knows about now, which is basically doing stupid things in your car makes you go faster for no real reason, just because it works really well. So, you know, hurtling into oncoming traffic, pulling skids, near missing oncoming cars, all makes you go really, really fast until you inevitably crash and feel like you're going to die.
It's a very close thing with Need for Speed this month, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My personal favourite.
Yeah.
I preferred Need for Speed.
There's a bit of an in-office quandary.
Yeah.
What nudged this in the direction of Burnout 2?
The crashes, as you can see here, are brilliant, and this is faster and technically smoother, and Need for Speed it's better structured, but it just isn't quite there. Need for Speed, one thing I will say about it, pursuit mode's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Playing that against Johnny and sort of doing this thing where you've got choppers and smoke bombs and road spikes and things, and you're trying to ram somebody off the road. It's like Chase HQ, 21st century style, and it's great.
It's all about frame rate for you, isn't it, Dan?
Yeah, I didn't really particularly get off on the frame rate on this. It looks smooth to the layman, to the naked eye.
Oh yeah.
But to me, no, it's just losing it a little bit. Something like SSX Tricky just keeps dropping those frames every now and again. Compared to something like Burnout 2, which is just technically excellent. This is just losing it slightly. I didn't approve of it. It's kind of tried, in the interest of trying to look real, it's kind of washed it all out a bit. I like Burnout's full on sort of eye scorching, lots of bright colours, look really good, really smooth, really fast.
But on the other hand, it's got the car porn element of real cars, isn't it?
I do like the car porn, but
and you can hurt me.
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, the whole thing that of EA have paid so much money they can actually wreck Ferraris, which no other game's ever been able to do before. It's if only you could combine the two. If only you could have the engine and the speed and the graphics of Burnout 2 with real cars that you can mangle. Yeah,
I totally agree with that. And if you had the championship mode and maybe the shortcutty stuff from this game in Burnout 2, it would be the best game in the history of the world.
This is where Burnout.
Are you listening for it?
Yeah.
with the pursuit mode, it's not as good as the.
Yeah.
Burnout 2 is just a bit lame, really.
Burnout 2's pursuit mode's not that exciting, really. That is more like Chase HQ in the traditional Chase HQ rubbish style. But
so two games very, very close.
Yeah.
But Burnout 2 just nudges it out.
Just that little bit faster and more
not
scary.
Could you buy both?
All right. Johnny's the one dissenting voice.
I wouldn't buy both. What I'd do is probably buy Burnout, convince another mate to buy Need for Speed, and then swap them when you get sick of, you know.
Good tactic.
Yeah.
What's going on here then with this guy getting busted?
That's just in pursuit mode you end up as a fat copper. There we are. And there's this stupid thing.
That's right. It's good for when you need to figure out where.
I don't know whether it's of any use. Is it any use?
In pursuit mode when you're trying to find where the
no use at all.
It's when the Stinger is out on the road. You use that and you can see where the roadblocks are coming up.
That's nice. Though. And there's another effect worth mentioning actually. If you press like L2 or something, the camera does this kind of. It's almost a bit like the Matrix. I can't believe that more games don't use it. You know, it's got a bit camera replay mental on this, and it's everything. Every time you do something exciting, if you've got all the options switched on, the camera will whiz around, show you exactly what you've just done. Yeah, it's
Here we go.
But it is worth mentioning that you can switch that kind of rubbish off, you know, because it's superficially exciting at first, but eventually you don't want it. You don't want the camera swinging round while you're trying to take quite a precise jump, you know.
I like the real car bits. The real car stuff is a clincher for me, really. That's the one thing that drew me to this a lot. And
just a good
I'm going to say this again because nobody's done it yet. Small man going through the windshield. That's all. That's an extra 2% guaranteed right there. Yes, that's when Skynet goes nuts and
Were you
kills
there?
us all.
Yeah.
Didn't happen in '97, but there we are.
Terminator: Dawn of Fate.
Yes.
Why Dawn? Because it's a prequel to the movie.
I like it when they do that. It's becoming increasingly common. We're not that keen on that, are we?
No, because Terminators, relentless killing machines, incredibly intelligent, except for in this game where they're a bit rubbish, and you're basically
Leading
Carl
edge,
Reese wandering around stomping the crap out of those things that Carl Reese had such trouble with killing one of in the original film.
Right.
So, yeah, not very good AI. Quite grim and dark, as you can see here.
Very dark.
And what they've also done is they've done the Devil May Cry thing of fixed perspective, but then suffered even worse than Devil May Cry has from the juddery going from one thing to the other.
I thought you were doing a Terminator then.
Kelly Slater, well, you can never make a good surfing game, can you, Joel?
No, you can't.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can never make a phenomenal surfing game. Let me put it that way. This is really nice, you know. And no. I think this does everything that a surfing game needs to do, and it does it quite nicely. And it's still not much fun, you know. Oh, it's when you get into it, it's all right. But look at this. He's just jumping up and down a wave. You know.
They like surfing.
But that's why surfing doesn't work as a game. Where's the lines? Where's the thing where you go, oh yeah, I'll master this level, which is another wave. Oh, next level is a bigger wave. Brilliant. You know, I mean, this all works very well. This balance meter system and stuff, fine. You know, nice. Exit moves, lovely.
Does the wave never stop?
Yeah, the wave goes on forever. But the stupid thing is, you've got
Think about it for a minute. Yeah.
A wave that goes on.
imagine. Can you imagine?
The endless wave.
Yeah.
They're out looking for it right now.
So it's all right then.
Yeah. Good. But
Best surfing game?
yes,
Better than Sky Surf?
Why is it the best surfing game?
because it's got lovely water. It's made by the O2 brand, so they know what they're doing. You know, look at that! Oh, lovely water.
Music's really nice as well, actually.
Yeah, the music's a pleasant change from the kind of thrash metal that you get in every other extreme sports game. I don't know. It is quite pleasant. You know, the more I played it, the more I liked it, but I still didn't like it that much. So
Hence its score of
74.
Yeah, it sounded like a 74 when you were describing it.
So just things that are fundamentally wrong. Like there's challenges where you have to knock people off their boards, but it's not like you can go around looking for them. They just turn up, and if you miss them, that's it.
Okay, this game is probably almost perfect. There, I've said it. It is utterly fantastic. I don't even know where to begin with how much better it is than the original. But I'll start right here with the story mode, because they completely changed it from the bottom up. So there's like a proper narrative. You're going through, you do proper objectives. Here you can see this is the dam level that a few people may have played already, which is just incredibly improved. I'm kind of struggling here, so anyone wants to help and chip in.
Yeah, the first game, nice multiplayer stuff, absolutely ball all in the way of single player story mode, and they insisted, no, we don't need a single player story mode. Second game, basically they realised that they didn't need one, and they put in a very good one, and you can sit by yourself and plod your way through, and it's very, very hard, very rewarding, very, very good, and all the levels are different. They kind of use the time thing really, really well, because it basically allows them to do whatever they want, whenever they want, and it looks really, really good. And the multiplayer stuff is great as well.
Well, your comments about time travel, though. I mean,
yeah, I'm not a big fan of time travel.
This is why it didn't get 100%.
Believe me, I tried it. Overrated. Don't do it. But as far as games go, fantastic. Very, very good. Got an outrageous 95. Is that right?
Not entirely outrageous, because you look at the sort of variety of games.
This is 95, right?
Multiplayer itself is 95.
No stopping it.
Multiplayer's fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, the single player again, it's kind of like, I've likened it to being a bit, nonsensy, saying it's a smorgasbord game where you dip in, you go, I'll have a little bit of that, I'll have a little bit of that, and there's like a 5-minute challenge, you can have a 30-second challenge, and they're all equally compelling.
Is this a game?
Bikes,
dirt.
It looks almost...
Dirt.
Oh, sorry.
street and thing.
Skirt.
So,
Gravity Games.
not as good as Matt Hoffman by a moon mile. and Matt Hoffman wasn't that good either.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's good to
So-
show. Those moon miles. They're big.
Oh, like you.
So right, stupidly hard, not very good control system.
Brilliant, that's it.
And there we go.
What was the score?
48.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that says it all.
It's
doesn't
just
it?
why?
Is it better
Why
than
not?
Dave
Why
Mirra?
not make a? Look at your game and say, is it better than the other BMX games, or do what Acclaim are doing and just saying, well, maybe not, and then packing it full of smut, which is that's a view I wholeheartedly endorse. But
Would Smut have saved this though?
I don't know. It might have made it a bit more tolerable. It certainly wouldn't have saved the game. It's
Volcanoes.
yeah.
Wow.
Nope, we don't want volcanoes.
No, we're not into that, are we?
This is another thing. I don't understand the mentality of wanting your extreme sports dudes to die. Like in Tony Hawk's with the molten lava level, or whatever it is. Foundry. Yeah. Jesus.
I think kids like death. I think that's what it is.
Like some more melting alive bale animations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, survive.
They're out there right now torturing
slow
ants.
and jerky.
Excellent.
This
Jesus.
looks amazing.
Curry
Oh,
mixed with guns.
5 minutes. Brilliant. Well, not brilliant, but
No.
sort of entertaining. No, you spent. Watch. Just watch it.
Much less.
Oh,
than
well,
fun.
watch it when it all kicks off. Here we go. Right. Wisecracking, buddy. Bosh! Shoot!
This makes it look quite good.
Hey,
I'm quite upset.
Yeah, no, this looks good, doesn't it? But,
When you play it, you don't feel like you're controlling anything.
no, you're pointing two people's arms around.
Yeah. And they're sort of slow-mo kind of walking through while offal gets thrown.
I'm just going... and... Oh, God, yeah.
Cooperative, no split screen. Come on.
Yeah.
That's because it's on rails.
These boss battles, basically, boss appears, you either shoot the boss or the boss shoots you. There's no dodging out the way of the boss's attacks because you can't move.
Let's make it clear, you don't control the fellas walking along shooting stuff. You control what they point their guns at.
Yeah, you control their arms, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's the most unrewarding thing.
lots of bad guys. Lots.
Lots of gore.
I think there's something like 9 enemy types.
Loads of guns.
I'm told. Yeah.
It's just for all its action shit going on right now, it just feels slow.
Girls' asses. Sorry.
Think that's funny?
Very interesting control system with you use the right analog to kick people, but ultimately
Whoa.
rubbish control system.
We've always said that it should have been state of emergency.
Yeah, state of emergency with vampires. Just
Would've been brilliant.
loads of killing, loads of easy control system, nice bit of strafing. You can't even shoot while you're jumping through the air, for Christ's sake,
And
Yeah.
the finishing moves, they're kind of nice, but they soon wear thin, don't they?
Yeah, and the fact that Blade always says, trust no one, or something about 15 times a level.
There you go.
That got on my nerves a little bit. But that's nice,
It's
isn't
a
it?
fairly hard life,
Yeah.
so I suppose maybe you could say that with a bit of justification.
I think
He's a bloody vampire. He's had a great life. Have you not seen the film?
Well, if
do
I
like
went to a
this.
nightclub full and full of vampires, I'd trust no one, I dare say.
If I could kick ass like Blade could, anyway,
I'd kick my ass.
I'd kick everyone in this room's ass. Right? Sorry, there I go on my power trips again.
All right, Punchy.
So it's average, or is it rubbish?
It's slightly below average.
Okay.
I would.
So it's not worth buying.
No.
At this time of year,
Fine.
Good ideas, bit of Lord. He looks a bit robotic at the end of the day, I think, when he's mincing about.
Crash.
For a start, it's Destruction Derby with no race mode and a really rubbish stunt mode. And for another thing, it's Destruction Derby with rubbish AI on the cars. Interesting thing about crashy games, you've got to have decent car AI. You can't just make them follow a line. And in this, I've actually just driven around for 2 minutes and even stopped for like 2 minutes and still won the destruction things. And I'd like to claim that's because I'm great at games, but no, it's because this game's rubbish.
Oh,
Sorry to be brutal.
kick the doors off this game. Come on.
Yeah. And is there a tiny man going through a windshield? I think not.
No.
Yeah.
They could have got 33, but no, they
That would
ignored
have
me.
been good.
Jeez.
So who was going to buy this?
Some idiot. I don't know. People.
None of our readers.
I think it's
Apologies
gonna be
for
mums.
those who bought this.
A misguided gram.
Yeah.
The penchant for destruction.
Rubbish American sport.
Hey, there might be a lot of Americans listening.
Oh.
Well, I'll say one
Don't get
thing
me
for this
started.
game. It's certainly very fresh and blingly.
Right.
Terms which you describe. What do they mean to me?
Thanks for saying that.
That was
I don't-
two things anyway.
Let me ask you a question, Dan. Have you ever wanted to play a game where the sole purpose of it seems to be so you can buy tattoos and medallions in the periods between street games?
Quite really.
So, you're probably not going to like Street Hoops,
Hey.
frankly.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's all down to like whether your defence turns the game on 1 point, pretty much, isn't it?
Well, basketball,
Yeah.
generally, yeah.
Yeah, you see he's dissing basketball as a sport.
Well, basketball, you know,
We've already had a pop at American football. Leave basketball.
So there's 1 point in the
sport.
whole game where everything hinges upon.
it's like football in reverse. It's about the exciting bits are where somebody doesn't score.
Yeah, you take turns scoring, and if you miss,
Person to
if you
miss.
miss, then the other person's one up.
Sorry, America.
Yeah, your sport's not very good.
Oh, hey up.
Oh, right.
Hello,
Careful.
hang on. Is this
Careful, you'll
some
set somebody's eye with those.
some old PC nonsense, isn't it? This.
I'll roll you up.
Oh.
Eh?
No, I agree.
I'd like to say you'd be forgiven for thinking so, but you're not. This is totally different on your PlayStation. Yeah, it was boring old PC nonsense. Now it's a really, really good PlayStation game. It's got just that right blend of your action and your stealthiness, and it's got loads of very, very varied missions. You do lots of different varied things.
I beg to
And
differ.
there's lots of gadgets. There's lots of guns.
I can't believe you don't like this, Johnny. Because
I mean, I don't hate it, but I just
you,
think
of all my friends, are probably the one who most wants to be a hitman in real life. So, why?
because it, taking the stealthy approach, always descend into this, and ultimately you'll open a door, and you'll find them the other side. You get your guns out, and that's it. Bugger stealth, shoot everyone.
Well, that's video games, isn't it?
You do have to be stealthy at the start of these
it's
missions.
been
Right.
pushing itself to say that you can do. I mean, you get high. Is that it?
And Shox then by Electronic Arts. The Unstoppable.
Irrepressible.
Crazy arcade rallying.
Yeah, with a crazy innovation thing.
Is it like SSX in cars?
Not looking unlike SSX in guys.
This level, yeah.
Which would make it like Rumble Racing, the EA's other game.
I see.
Here you go. You got the time is on the bottom.
What?
Your Shox.
Your Shox thing, there's a shock wave.
Yeah, which you have to earn.
Yeah,
Shocking.
you have to earn it, and then you ride the wave in a sort of. It looks a bit like the old Quake effect from that popular game. Yeah, and it's about the innovation in a game that I'm otherwise not that bothered about.
It does look nice. You can't say it doesn't.
Yeah, it
It's fast. It's just the fact that you're waiting for something to happen with the game. Like you play it and go, good level. Bit of driving. It's going to kick off next level. No, I'm still driving.
All the numbers and little meters and things that go bing on the screen, all this sort of stuff going on while you're driving along, trying to make it quite exciting. But yeah, and the way that it's so bright and sort of garish makes it look very, very arcadey and things. But yeah, driving wise, I'd rather have a different driving game than this one.
They wanted it to be Sega Rally. That was an inspiration. But I don't know if they quite captured the handling, that feeling of having to shave milliseconds off your time, and that being more important than, say, eating or breathing or something. This just feels a bit dumber and brasher, I think.
If you want exciting arcade racing, I can't see why you wouldn't buy Burnout.
Yeah.
And if you want something more sensible, then I'm sure there's nice games like WRC.
This is what they're calling football.
This is football.
This is not really football, though, is it? It's a good approximation. But it's still not there, is it?
No. It's quite sad. Yeah, it's just not particularly happening. If you go straight from playing, there's no point mentioning its name again. You've got your Pro Evo. If you go straight from your Pro Evo and then you load this up, you just feel as if the joypad isn't plugged in properly. It's just not as responsive, not as instant. You're not controlling a player. You're driving him around on a flat green surface.
Called a pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's what they're calling it these days. But no, it just feels a bit sort of laden down with sort of baggage.
Yeah. there's things like when the player picks up the ball, it's getting sort of sticks to his feet a little bit magically again. The ball doesn't move quite right. All you can say, well, this game's fantastic option is that you can basically be almost any team in all of Britain, including, you know, some sort of 4th division plodder, and if you haven't got them, you can create your own Sunday pub team just with your mates' pictures. So it's a real, like, super hardcore fans game in that respect. But I mean, look at that. That control was just unreasonable, isn't it?
How's this compared to FIFA?
Well, it's compared to new FIFA, it's going to be a different thing, and we shouldn't really pass comment until the new FIFAs come in. But yeah. But I'm just going to say now, wildly, it's not going to be as good as the new FIFA.
But then again, does that matter? Because neither of them are going to be as good as Pro Evo.
It's a moot point. Yeah, I think you're always going to go for Pro Evo first. The only debate might be, so we bought Pro Evo last year, and the new Pro Evo isn't really that much different. It's if you want to pay another 40 quid, when you could get the new FIFA, which is a slightly different feel.
Interesting.
Yes. But I don't think you'd be spending your 40 quid on this, and I hate to say it, 'cause it's not a bad game by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just not good enough.
It's not football then.
No.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, it's not, is it?
A tolerable platform game. Nice.
Feels to me.
Yeah. Things I like about this then. Taz goes a lot, and when he spins around really fast, the music goes sort of speeds up, which
That
I like.
slows down when he tiptoes as well.
Yeah, that's so weird that this game would impress me most with its music. But there we are.
Sorry, it looks rubbish to me. I'm sorry. I've never.
Hang about.
Doom and gloom.
Who woke up Grandad?
Yeah. Here you are, poke it with a stick, come on.
Look at it though. It's just.
It isn't that good. I mean, I don't. You know, when you've got things like Ratchet and Clank en route. Why,
Look at that, though,
why
Johnny.
bother?
He's got a skateboard.
He doesn't use it for
Oh,
anything.
kids love skateboards, though, Johnny. Come on.
Yeah.
He's got. I think he's got one special move attached to whatever costume he changes into.
Wackos.
There you go. That was it.
It's a bit jerky we do, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, frame rate's not brilliant.
Camera's flinging about.
It's like
All
a
over.
real live cartoon.
Oh, that's
though.
funny.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't do anything. You're out of control for the whole thing. Which there's no way of getting away.
Cartoony games. You'd think you'd like them more, but you know, I grew up with Taz. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing.
In my house, he ate everything.
Found abandoned by a Tasmanian devil, Joel was brought up, spinning and growing.
No, the
and
rest of the
spitting.
family's really polite. Have you ever seen Family Taz?
Yeah.
Oh, honestly,
I'm not knocking your
wear
mum, I'm just
suits
saying.
and everything.
Dad sounds
Oh,
like
it
Bing
looks
Crosby, doesn't he?
rubbish.
Yeah.